Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. And if you are a bigot, that is a terrible character flaw. Remember, I'm not accusing, I'm just stating. Thumbs up. Well, it is indeed a brand new day, and I've been outside. It is sunny, and it's going to be like mid-70s, so I had my AC unit on already. Yay. It is exactly noon as I speak. I am lotioned up with this. We got these Easter packages, and this was a Mary Kay satin hands, and it's a peach hand cream. There's very little in it. It's almost done, and I've only used it like 3 times. But oh, it smells just like peach preserves, peach jelly, peaches. It's amazing. Quite cool. Very awesome. Definitely a thumbs up. But was there something else I was going to follow up with that, or I have no ideas. But now that I have mentioned this, there is something that I'm going to follow up with another Squishmallow and more, because this is a fluffy cow, and this cow, unlike the axolotl, is all made out of soft and fluffy stuff, which I really want to glom onto with my hands and stuff, but with lotion and stuff like that, I just know that I'm going to make them, well, covered in lotion and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not glistening or anything. Stuff's been absorbed, but there's still stuff. So I try not to get stuff on them, so they don't go on the floor or anything like that, to keep them clean. And then also, this used to be back on the shelves, but I took it out of storage so it could be up on here with other stuffed animals. Years and years and years ago, somebody sent me some Japanese stuff, I assume from Japan. And this is one of the fluffy things. It's a hamster in a banana peel. And it's cute, it's soft, it's fluffy, but I guess, I don't know, keychain. It's not a keychain, it's too big for that. But, it's got this on it. But I've kept the tag and all that, because even the tag is from Japan, so why not? So, yay. So I just thought I'd show these things, because I am here. Is there anything else that I wanted to show or talk about? I'm going to talk about things first. One of the things is, I was watching a video about how Larian Studios has released another patch for Baldur's Gate 3, this time like adding a whole bunch of stuff, including 12 new subclasses that you can be in the game. So they're not just patching the game, they're adding new content to the game. And all of this, of course, still free. So I was like, hokey smokes. Now they're going to be doing a new project. Hopefully it's going to be in the same timeline as all their other games. And I mean literally all their other games. They started off their game series and game studio with Divine Divinity. And in the context of the whole story they're telling, it's about somewhere in the middle of the timeline, and their games jump throughout the entire timeline, including the Dragon Commander one. I don't think it's called that, but it takes place in a world where you've got dragons with like tech strapped to them and into them, and you're going into war with these, and there's diplomacy, and it's part of the timeline too. So thumbs up. But in the game, Baldur's Gate 3, there is a race of creatures called the Githyanki. And good golly Miss Molly, I was alive before D&D was ever released as a product, which it was released like 1974. And I was born in 1962, and it wasn't too much after 74 when I started being involved in games and started going, hey, there's this new game called Dungeons and Dragons. And so, I just thought it interesting to mention that I remember when, the Githyanki, such a big thing now, but it was 1981 when the first Fiend Folio came out, when they were introduced into the lore, and they've gone from being just raiders and monsters, something you go off into an attack, to everything they are now. And it's like kind of cool being able to see things like that happen. Cool. So it's probably happening to you right now with other things. And then you'll get to see it won't even be the end product, because who knows what the Githyanki are going to be if the human race survives. After all, don't forget, not just me, but you too have a full plastic spoon's worth of microplastics just in your brain alone. There's probably a good full pound of microplastics inside of our bodies. But anyway, let me take a look up here. Oh, yes. Last night I also posted on the posts. Such a dumb name for it. I liked it when it was community. Now, posts. I guess it makes more sense. So if you want to have a quick, half second to process it instead of a full second, it makes sense, but still. I posted about how I first played Schedule 1 after buying it, just to get through the tutorial. And there's some busy work. Life is life. That's what you deal with. But on the whole, I enjoyed it. And then the game started for real, but then I paused it for X number of days. Was watching like Jacksepticeye play, and somebody else was doing a this, that, and the other about here's how it was made or something like that. And so I wanted to try it again, get back into it, shift my hyperfixation from something else onto this. And so I was playing it. On the whole, it wasn't bad. But the map was pissing me off so much. I was just mad at that game system far more than I was enjoying myself with the actual game. And then, because I had to spend a lot of time just trying to figure out, like, what are you talking about? You say do this, you show me just this map and say go to this place. And you don't show me where. So you can either zoom in so that you can read the street names, but you're also so zoomed in on the map it's useless as a viewfinder, or you're out far enough you can see where you are and where things would be, but now there's no names and there's no symbols, and it was irritating me. I was getting far more angry. And then there was a curfew thing in the game. I got caught by the cops, and it was okay, I am not enjoying this at all. So I quit at that point. I am also mature enough to understand that a lot of the time when I'm not enjoying something, it's because I am trying to enjoy it in a way that it is not intended. And while sometimes that can work out and be awesome, for the vast majority of games, you are beating your head against a wall and you are not going to enjoy yourself. Trying to play a collectathon like a deep, serious role-playing game, you're going to be frustrated. playing a deep role-playing game like a collectathon, you're going to be frustrated. Understanding what you're doing and changing your focus has worked for me. There have been games that I've gone back to, changed my focus and understanding, and had a blast and been able to get as close as my ADHD brain will get to finishing a game. Because unfortunately, the more I play a game and the closer I get to the end of the game, the greater of length and more frequent the gaps between sessions I start to have. And this isn't even talking about stuff on the channel. This is behind the scenes, where I will shoot upward like this on a game. But then it only stays like that. And then eventually, I've got so many gaps and the length between them is so big that I don't start again. And I've been doing this for decades. I don't know why. Luckily, though, I also determined decades back that with my memory, that also makes it fresh when I come back to a game. I remember the broad strokes, but the actual details are always a surprise. I've recently had to restart the game Grim Dawn again because so much time had passed in that pattern that I eventually stopped playing. So when I restarted it up, I had no ideas. So joy on that. Now, where was I going? I can't remember exactly. ADHD brain. Thumbs up for that. And, oh yes, it was that started with the Schedule 1 thing. So I'm going to be giving it another shot. Will I be doing it for the channel? There are so many things I would like to do. I don't know. I'm not a trend chaser. And with especially my kind of neurodivergence, there is a normal buildup, and I've talked about this before, I'll talk about it again, a normal buildup of enthusiasm that everybody has, but you eventually will peak, and then you will start to fade on that. My peak, unfortunately, goes like this, and fades away quite quickly. I am unable to retain enthusiasm for anything. And for me to really want to do something, also, I need constant reinforcement. Because if I don't have that, I fall back into my lowest effort just existing framework again. Which isn't bad, it's just boring. What else do I have? Oh, yes. I can't remember exactly what this was from. It was somewhere in a Monty Python. Ah, yes, exactly. It was Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Because inside the movie, in movie narrator talk, one of the persons talking about the movie, even as they're trying to do a transition, was saying, oh, and scene 24, which was a smashing scene. And I thought to myself, with the changes in modern slang, smashing, of course, in this context meant wonderful, awesome, brilliant, and great. But with all the smash or pass, it being a smashing scene certainly takes on a different context. And I just thought that was funny. Is there anything else I have up here? Because I just have, oh yes, at 15 minutes in, I meant to do this earlier with my internet game of Marco and Polo, where I say the secret word and people type it into the comments, both to say Polo back to my call of Marco, but also as blatant engagement farming. I would like to thank Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you much. I have gotten no guidance on how this should be pronounced, but Calicoy or Kalecoy, whichever it is, thank you so very much. Greatly appreciated. Potatotron23, always good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up and thank you. Kilbirana, oh my God, I can English. I am having so much trouble just enunciating anything. I did actually sleep some last night. Not a lot, but I did sleep some. And that's so much better, but my mouth is not functioning properly. Kill Brianna 420, thumbs up and thank you very much, greatly appreciated. And Liam McKenna 6673, thumbs up and thank you very, very much, each and every one of you, for engaging yourself in my silly little game of Marco and Polo. It is greatly appreciated. Also, on my end, it's like without it, making videos can sometimes feel like I'm shouting into the void and I hear nothing back. And so I don't know if the void is even hearing me. And when people do Polo back at me through this way, yeah, blatant engagement farming, but also it's nice to know that I'm not shouting into the void, that there are people out there. So thank you very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. Do I have anything else up there? I've only got a couple things, and there are things that can always wait until later, because I also, before I do the call to action, if you've watched this far, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. But also, if you could type 7 moons into the comments to let both me and the YouTube algorithm know that people actually do watch these videos. My call of Marco to see if anyone will engage in blatant engagement farming, and will call back by doing so Polo. If you do so, thumbs up and thank you. And if you choose not to, hey, that's cool too. Nobody's going to force you, least of all me. So I'm going to drop this out of scene so that editing, I'll know that it's time to take the big words off. But also, this is a game, solo game. I think I'd enjoy it. Look at all those fiddly bits. By the time I set that up, I would be so exhausted, I wouldn't even be able to play. And I don't just mean physically, I also mean mentally. This, for all the fiddly bits, and for all that it looks great to play, also looks so draining to try and play. Thumbs up. And if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe, that would be very, very cool. Had to get myself back on track. You know, it's like, oh, it's mental and physical memory. Yeah, which makes sense. Anyway, though, if you are a Patreon, I can English, I promise you. If you are a Patreon, thumbs up and thank you. You are beautiful and awesome in every single fashion on this plane of existence. I would not say divine. That is not something that I could or would be able to even identify. but in every physical fashion on this world, I think you are beautiful and awesome. And if you've left me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up or heart every comment that YouTube lets me. And I answer as many comments as my nerve compression will allow, which of late has not been as much as I would like. Even just going like that is tingly. So that's, wow, number one, I should stop frickin' doing that. And number two, yeah, that's not a good sign when it's that irritable. So, yeah, I am going to take care of myself today as best I can. I'm going to go out walkies. I walked to my storage unit and back last night, and then to Walmart and back. I sort of wanted to go over to our local Dollar Tree, I think it's called, just to see if they have any good knockoff junk in like the toy department. But every time I've ever been in there, there's nothing any good. It's like there's good garbage, there's mid-tier, just nothing to write home about, knockoff stuff, and then there's the lowest common denominator, but the lowest quality stuff. And they don't really have a lot of the high-tier quality junk. It's mostly mid-tier, nothing to really get excited about. And then they don't have enough low-tier stuff that would be amusing. It's like the kitchen stuff. You know, you got a can opener that's going to last for a can or two. So, anyway, though, that's fine. But hopefully you're going to get done the things that you would like to get done. That would be very cool. If not, please do not beat yourself up. That will not help you get it done better next time, and you deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. And ever since our local Walmart, like a year and some ago, transitioned over into the same generic type of store that all Walmarts now have, you know, it's like a franchise of restaurants are all going to look the same. Walmarts used to have some small leniency in how they were going to do stuff. Not anymore. They all look the same. But by doing that, they got rid of a lot of product. You used to be able to go to our local Walmart where they had an area of business chairs and such like that. You could find some types of furniture. No, they took all that out. You can't find business chairs at the local Walmart, or just anything but, like, you know, folding metal chairs. So if I get a chair, which I need to, this thing is destroying me and I'm destroying it because it's garbage as a chair, I need to order something off Amazon. Yay. Anyway, though, you take care, and I will talk to you later. Let me click this so that I can click something else and stop recording.